Hello there! I'm Scotty. You're not welcome back to Nick Month 2. This time it's personal, and we're smack dab in the middle of SpongeBob week. So to speak, it's just 5 days, but you know. We're looking at the episode, Season 4, Episode 3, Where's Gary? Yes, I know that's not what it's called, but I'm gonna call it that because that's what the DVD called it. It's also an alternate name. It's actually called Have You Seen This Snail? But everyone just calls it, well, Where's Gary anyway, so that's what I'm gonna call it. So, and yes, you could say the same thing for the Salute Your Shorts episode, A Ghost Story, or The Ghost Story. It's known as Zeke the Plumber, but anyway, so this episode, Gary goes bye-bye. Wow, I was so disappointed with this episode. Because I remember hearing there's like a big special. It was aired as like a special episode. Gary is gone! What happened? Well, this episode's only a half hour. I didn't realize that. They put it on a DVD. They put it, DVD, where's Gary? My brother had a DVD. Right? And this was just... It's so SpongeBob is excited because he gets a new toy in the mail. It's a ball thingy, the paddle ball. It's a paddle ball thing, and it's like, oh, it's a special edition Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy paddle ball, and I got to do this so I can beat the Dirty Bubble, their arch nemesis. I thought the Manta Ray guy, the Ray or whatever, was their nemesis. The Dirty Bubble, isn't it? So he's preoccupied with that and forgets to feed Gary. No matter how much Gary keeps poking and prodding, he won't, so Gary leaves. Yeah. Gary leaves and is found by this old lady whose name is just Grandma, I guess. Voiced by Amy Poehler. I thought it was SpongeBob's grandma, but it's just Grandma. That's just her name. And she mistakes Gary for another snail that she had. And Miss Pookins or something like that. I don't know. And of course, SpongeBob has apparently been doing this for days. Which is why Gary left. And so once he snaps out of it and Patrick shows up, he realizes Gary is gone, and they try to search for him but can't find him. So then SpongeBob tries to go to work. This scene confused the hell out of me. He's in the back on the frying pan, frying the fryer, yeah, and he's crying on the burgers. So I thought the obvious joke is, so the guy, I'm like, oh, someone's gonna complain, right? And they did. Guy comes up, hey, you. I'm like, the obvious joke here is, my burger is soggy. Which is funny. But they went with, there's tears on my burger. You wouldn't be able to see them, they would be fried up. Also, there's no cheese on this burger. He's no longer allowed to eat here. But yeah, he's complaining there's tears on there, and I'm just like, I know they didn't have the cheese because the tears needed to be on the burger. Whatever. The patty. No. No, my joke is funnier. It works better. It's all soggy. You know, all that did a version of it, right? Where Cal spilled soda, he done, right? Could have done something like that, but the joke they went for just wasn't funny to me. So Grandma is then takes in Gary, doesn't Mr. Mrs. Hookins or whatever. And they go out to the food store, and it's like a hardware store or something. And SpongeBob and Patrick are there. And Patrick sees Gary, but, hey, hi Gary. And even Gary's like, huh? And nothing. And he's eating meatloaf and stuff, and meatloaf. Is it fish loaf? Because where are they going to get meat? Because that's the one thing we talk about, the secret Krabby Patty formula. It's fish, right? It's fish because Where do you get cows in the sea? I know there's sea cows, but those are just seals. I don't know. But eventually Gary has enough and he leaves. But the another snail gets picked up instead of him by Grandma, and he goes home. After they've given up, he goes home and everything is hunky-dory, and he's gonna feed Gary and never take advantage of him again, and blah blah blah. That's it. That's that simple. Now this is a half-hour cartoon, so there's a lot to it, a lot more to it than it would be. But did you really need to stretch this out to a half hour? Just think about it. Okay? If you're doing a short, because they're things like 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes with commercials. So like the first 10, the other one's 10. So it's 10 minutes apiece. So you got like a 20-minute episode plus commercials. 10 minutes of commercials. So this is 10 minutes. You go from Gary gets upset right away. He leaves. He goes to work. Patrick shows up, goes to work, cries. They look for him. They can't find him. They give up. He comes back. The grandma stuff, I don't know if you needed that in there. You could have her find him, but then he gets homesick, and goes home. Reminds me of an episode of Drew Carey Show I just watched recently, where Drew gives his dog Speedy to this old lady who is dying, but then she gets better and still wants to keep Speedy, though that's not what they agreed. She's like, "Oh, you gave him to me. Can't take him back." I'm like, "He didn't give him to you, you crazy old broad. He's let you borrow Speedy until you passed, because you were supposed to pass. But now that you're not going to pass, you got to give him back." She's like, "Nope, he's mine." And then she dies, and he gets Speedy back anyway. It's implied that it's because she slept with Lewis? Because he hits on her? He's like... Because of all the... He wants the food or whatever, and he's like... It's implied it's because Lewis had put his never... I don't know. But like here, Gary just leaves. Ditches her. It's very simple. And it was disappointing because I thought this was going to be something big. Like when you think of the special episodes they air, like Fairly Odd Parents, Internet's Information Superhighway, that was a big one. That had a lot going on in that episode. And like another one, The Secret Origin of Denzel Crocker, tells us something about a character we didn't previously know till this point. Here, they emphasize it as a big special. It's just an extended episode of SpongeBob. You could have condensed it to a half episode plot by taking out the grandma character. He just left, went for a walk, and then came back. He was gone for days, took some time off, and came back. It's really nothing special for me. Kind of disappointed. In the words of Kevin Sorbo, disappointed! Yeah, what are you gonna do? But, yeah. I'm sure the next one won't be disappointed, because we're going to Atlantis. Till then, what are your thoughts on this episode? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.